Yeah, I'm just gonna help open. And we say pleasant good morning, good afternoon to all our audience from all over the world. Welcome to Thursday Live with John. John, our dear John, is not with us today because he's still in his itinerary and travel in South Africa. But today we have, of course, our wonderful friends and brand ambassadors. On screen, we have Giovanni and Leticia from Italy. And on the right frame, swatches of our beautiful browns, ochres and sienna and umber. And that basically tell us that today we're going to talk about this family of colors. Also helping us today, we have Angela, Gabrielle, and of course, we have Anna Marie who will help us manage questions from Facebook. And also we have Jen. And also in the room, we have Caroline, Mark, and Stella. And I know that John would encourage everybody to share your mixes just in case you also feel like wanting to swatch along today. And if there's any artwork or swatch that you'd like to share, you can just type in your message and then we'll put you on spotlight. All right, so we begin with the wonderful couple all the way from Italy. Rio and Letty, take it away.
Thank you. Good evening, and good morning, and good night to all the world. every time. Today's the topic is very important because explain the pigment PBR7 is the natural and umber is the main color with the pigment PBR7 is this is pigment brown, is raw sienna, bark sienna, raw amber, bark amber, Monte Amiata natural sienna, Italian bark sienna, Pompeii red, German greenish raw amber, and Van Dyck brown. Is the variant is, for example, is a Cascade green, Terra Herculano, raw amber violet, sepia, and Alvaro Caliente gray. Alvaro Castagnier Caliente gray. Because this color have inside the PBR7 plus another pigment. But this is only the PBR7 and this PBR7 plus another pigment. It's very important because the this color when is all this color is natural, but when I'm burning raw sienna and raw amber, changing the iron state because they are burned around 1000 degrees Fahrenheit for changing the state. The main color is, for example, is raw sienna and bark sienna is very important for the brown family. Is brown family have a huge intensity and transparent, very beautiful. And now I show it. It's very perfect for create the secondary line for the color because the complementary of this brown is a green, violet, and orange. The first is raw sienna. I show it all the color in the tube with PBR7. All this color.
So the difference is only the earth.
The earth, yes.
Where it comes from the earth.
It's change because, for example, raw sienna there is made from sienna, and Monte Amiata natural sienna is Monte Amiata is another place. It's different.
It's near Pisa, it's a mountain near Florence. It's very famous mount.
So are you saying so are you saying that it's a PBR7, but it's where it comes from that makes it the different color?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Thank
Yes,
you.
because different location in our heart. So,
Oh,
for example, Rosienna can be taken in a place, and Monte Amiata is another place. So they are both pigment brown, but they come from different location.
oh, that's fascinating.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very, very important for the life of an artist's life, all the hurt.
From our website, the Rosienna is used since prehistoric times. It is an extremely permanent inorganic earth pigment of low intensity but medium-high tinting strength. Balance the transparent intensity of quinacridone gold, burnt orange, and burnt scarlet with the earthiness of Rosienna. You can try a moist Rosienna wash, touch, or pattern with lunar earth or lunar black that creates a unique texture effects. For burnt sienna, our website says this transparent to semi-transparent rich earth pigment is a traditional palette staple for many landscape painters. Our burnt sienna combines with other hues without a loss of intensity or transparency. Subsequent layers or glades do not sully or stain the other pigments with glaze contact.
This is raw sienna, this is bark sienna. Change the different. And this is raw amber and bark amber.
Giovanni,
Yeah.
the raw sienna, in comparison to something like yellow ochre, which one would you go for?
Yeah, I show it. This is a yellow ochre.
Obviously, yellow ochre is a pigment, yellow.
Yeah. Oh, it's much yellower, isn't
They are
it?
very close. They are
it's
very,
very close.
But instead, brown turns into brown. It's
Now in Monte Amiata, natural sienna.
Monte Amiata is very light, and
Giovanni,
Yeah.
it is similar to
What?
yellow ochre. You can compare with it.
paper
In Monte Amiata, then Italian
What?
burnt sienna.
what paper are you using for the mixes?
It's
You're
Fabriano
using
Artistico.
Il Fabriano Artistico. Cold press, 300 grams.
Okay. And now is Pompeii red.
Pompeii red, in fact, is a red, but
Is-
it's a brown.
Pompeii is
red.
a city near my town.
Near Naples. It's
Near
from
Naples,
Pompeii.
Is very, very near, only 115 kilometers to my town.
And the other earth pigment that is created with pigment brown 7 is in fact Terra Ercolano. Ercolano is another ancient
city.
town burnt with Pompeii. And Terra Ercolano is a mix of pigment brown 7 with an orange.
Giovanni?
Yeah.
With regards the paper you're using, do you generally practice the idea of what you make a swatch of, you paint on, so that you get consistent results in your painting from what you would do when you're testing it?
Quando tu lo tetti, che tipo di qual è il colore che preferisci?
I
Pratica.
prefer the raw amber.
Right.
I've got a question from Buffy off of Facebook, Gio. If you have raw Umber Violet, can you swatch that for her, please?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just the
Umber
color
Violet,
that
in
I'm
fact,
taking.
is a pigment brown plus violet. Plus
What?
pigment violet 19.
Angela, I think I
Yes.
just heard you said that you're also swatching it at the moment.
Yes, it's here.
Okay,
At the moment, I'm swatching just this color, raw Umber Violet.
Okay. I think the lampshade cover
Can
is
you see?
Oh, is that a beauty?
we have to like hold
Wow.
your paper and just
Here it is.
press it a bit.
Yes.
Okay, and then that's
This
good.
is raw Umber Violet.
Yeah. Oops.
Do you want to see it nearer?
Yeah, if possible, since you already
Is
have.
it transparent, Angela? Or Ethel?
Yeah, here. It's this one on top.
Gorgeous.
Yeah,
raw umber violet.
Really, they are very transparent.
raw Umber Violet. I don't know if you can see it properly. Raw Umber Violet, raw Umber, burnt Umber.
It is raw umber violet. Barbara is semi-transparent.
Okay, thank you. It's really a beauty. That's not one I don't, is that a new one? I swear I never saw that one.
No,
Beautiful,
thank you, Angela.
Yep,
thank you.
welcome.
Oops. This is Terry Ercolano. Is a variation in PBR7 plus another. And now I use sepia.
Sepia is a blend. Sepia is a blend of pigment brown with Umbers and Sienna together.
I change another sheet. Okay, now I'm after this show the one mix is, for example, raw sienna with one violet and one orange. Violet selected the imperial purple and the orange, spiral orange. Sienna. With imperial purple.
Oh.
Spiral orange. And connecting. To create this beautiful.
Gio, there's a question for you from Sandra. What colors are good to use when painting buildings like the ones in Manhattan?
The buildings, all the color, sorry, all the color is beautiful, but because I have a lot of shades of color. But when I use the earth color, I prefer starting from for the light color is raw amber, and Montamiata is perfect for the first step, and apply the amber after raw amber and burnt amber. And for example, under the 7, my painting, this is in my studio. The building with brick by brick is Italian bar Sienna with little point of pyro red inside.
Greenwich Village, Lower East Side in Manhattan, they have a lot of shades of browns.
Bar Sienna now.
You're welcome, Sandra.
With one green. The sub green. And create this greenish rope bar Sienna. Sorry. Apply more bar Sienna. And now is raw amber, very dark. I use one opposite, one yellow. Answer yellow light, for example. Or create a little point of green. And apply one blue, phthalo blue, red shade. Or create the green.
Wow.
Beautiful too.
The hair color, I have many possibilities for create the secondary line because it's natural.
We're gonna spotlight Gabrielle's feed to answer Barbara's question on.
Oh, thank you.
Oops, there. What's the third color, Gabrielle?
Actually, there's 2 colors. And what we have is yellow ochre. And we have the color of the day, which was raw umber violet.
Wow. They're
And
beautiful.
so we've got a nice little mixture going on in here. And we've got, let me see if I can dull down the lighting a little bit. There we go. And then over here is our lovely yellow ochre. Over here is the raw umber violet. And then just playing with some water and getting in some nice mixture.
Wow. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now we're gonna put and just the same, the swatch, this image that we see here, we're gonna post it on our socials for your reference. Let's see. Yeah. Any other mix requests? You can just type in your request on Zoom and yeah, just the same on Facebook.
Is it cobalt blue? Cobalt blue?
Cobalt blue with the Italian bark sienna, and for created the
Another green.
another green. It's perfect for creating the sorry for my voice. The gradient in a campaign landscape. For creating the tree, the bush. And now apply another yellow, this Mulvanadate, for example, for recreate
La domanda.
this tone.
Cosa fa il Monte Amiata con il Cerulean?
I show it, Montamiata with Cerulean. Cerulean blue crop or Cerulean blue?
No, Cerulean blue.
Okay.
Ah, sì. No, intanto...
Okay, now I try with chromium and cerulean blue.
Gonna put,
Monte Amiata and Cerulean blue, you can get a green similar to Cascade green,
But is not,
but it's not the same.
not the same.
Oh. Pretty.
Very, very light.
how about you, Gabriel? What, okay, now I see 3 colors. The third color applied. What is?
Yeah, so I did a mixture yesterday of hematite with some cerulean blue, and I thought that would make some beautiful water and
Yes.
rocks. Caroline is known for her water and rocks, and so I was just thinking on my dot card. My colors I use often are the hematite burnt scarlet and the cerulean blue, and that's what we have here. And so we've got some nice light washes here. That would probably be like where the water is really shallow, and then here where the water is a little more deeper with shadow, and then maybe some sand area. And so again, what those colors are is the hematite, so hematite, and cerulean blue. So in the past, I was using raw sienna, and a lot of our paintings were all looking the same in the gallery. So I switched over to the permatex. And so I was really happy with the way this burnt scarlet hematite plays with my other stable colors.
Thank you,
Some
Gabrielle.
other mixes I had here. We've got yellow ochre with cerulean blue. These are also my dot card colors. A new fun mixture I've been playing with quite a bit is goethite along with manganese blue. And thanks to Catherine, she told me about manganese blue and it's helped my students. It's a color that just really plays nicely on paper. And so here's a nice little mixture of that. Over here, we've got some raw umber and some cerulean blue. So I was wondering how the raw umber compared to, so it's a lot cooler. And the other color that's on my dot card is lunar black. And so we've got raw sienna, but over here we got lunar earth. And it makes just a nice, just remember the good old days where you had to do this on the radio to tune it in. And if you're trying to match something really nice, and just tweak just a little bit, adding that lunar earth and getting just a little more granulation with that raw sienna. And then look at that lovely goodness right there. And when this was wet and juicy, oh my goodness, that lunar black with the raw sienna was just, oh, it was just
Stunning.
just gorgeousness. Nice.
Thank you, Gabrielle.
Did anybody need me to repeat any mixes?
And just the same, Gabrielle, would appreciate if you can help us take a good image of those, and then we'll help repost on our socials. We're gonna go back
Got
to
it.
Angela. Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, we're here.
Can you see my last colors? Yeah, the camera is turned, no? I don't know.
But
sorry, but
good.
yeah, I was trying to do, and I will redo. This is Cascade Green here, and this is a mix between manganese blue and Monte Amiata, but it became a bit weak, so I'm trying to do it a bit more strongly. But you see that it's that color, but obviously much better when it's mixed. But I'm going to do it more stronger. Let's see if I manage to give it a bit more body. Well, nothing compares to Cascade Green though.
Mm-hmm.
But these are the two pigments as Leticia explained. These are the two pigments in Cascade Green. I think too much water here. Do you see the similarities?
Is Monte Amiata and cerulean blue.
Okay. Yeah. I'll do other mixes in a new paper. Okay.
Thank you, Angela. We're gonna put the spotlight. We're back to Gio's camera with a new mix.
Yeah.
Wow. What color is
Is
these?
Bandic brown is a very strong color. It's one of my preferred color for the shadows with neutral tint. And then now I apply the wet on wet Bandic brown, a little drop of Queen Violet, and create the bush.
That looks like a rock with crystals on it. It's beautiful.
So pretty.
Inside,
Sembra una roccia con i cristalli.
the cascade green inside.
Even prettier.
With a drop of water.
Seems like a gem.
Yeah, it's opaque. And sure is the from the last question, the from Montamiata. This is Montamiata with cerulean blue, and this is Cascade green. It's very, very similar, but it's not the same. And Montamiata with cerulean blue chromium. It looks strong. For example, Cascade green is PBR 7. Oops, sorry. PBR 7 inside. And now I show the Terre Ercolano. It's very beautiful, transparent red. And apply Cascade green inside. One blue.
Facebook, if there's no rooster today. No rooster, but I think we heard birds chirping. Yeah.
Qualche blu ci metto?
It's phthalo blue red shade. It's Terra Ercolano, Cascade green, phthalo blue red shade, and burnt brown. And mixing all together. For green, blue inside, and we now drops of yellow ochre.
Any of our guests in Zoom doing the swatch and would like to share your swatch sheet?
Another skin and Bundy brown.
And I think in a little while we'll have some artworks to share, like from Caroline, using our ochres, using this color family.
Giovanni? Oh,
Yeah, yes.
could you put down some Van Dyke brown and see how a warm red affects one side of it and a cool blue affects the other side of it?
Okay.
Rosso e anche del blu.
Okay. Which red?
Any warm red.
Okay.
Qualsiasi colore caldo.
Okay. Is Bundy brown. Is organic vermilion.
Mm.
Sorry. More brown. And the blue. Phthalo blue red shade, obviously.
I'm thinking more like the blue onto the brown.
Yeah.
Il blu sul brown, marrone. Provo sul bandic, sono con blu. Senza questo.
Okay, I'm at this point with red, and now I'll try the only bandy brown with only the blue without red. Create this little green dark.
So it definitely can be brought through that because it's a very dark, strong color, that short of a black.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Van Dyke brown is anyway. So it can be lightened up by stronger colors.
Yeah, for example,
Nice one.
when I create my shadows, my undertone, usually mixes neutral tint with bandic brown.
Yeah.
For having the is a little point of brown inside. I'll show it.
You can do other with red. You can also get a shadow, like a warm shadow.
Yeah, yeah.
Un'ombra calda.
Beautiful.
Non lo so.
Now I show with neutral tint. La mia palette, prendi la mia palette. Okay. This is my palette. Bandic brown.
Mark, are you doing any mixes?
And neutral tint.
Van Dyke brown is a very underestimated color.
Yeah. When apply the,
È sottostimato, dice, è sottovalutato il brown.
I created this little point of gray.
Yeah.
Purpley gray.
Yeah, it's perfect because it's not strong, it's not strong and not light. For the shadow. Now, for example, I create a Mickey Mouse face.
I was thinking exactly that.
It's actually got some eyes there.
Indent from blue inside, for example.
And we also see Angela and Gabriel do some mixing. So we'll also share.
And create my mixes, my shadow with bandic brown.
Oops.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Angela, would you like to share your colors there? Like, what are those?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, this is, I chose 3 colors. The manganese blue, the quinacridone violet, and the Pompeii red. And these 2 here are Pompeii red and manganese blue. And I think this is a type of, can you see it?
No.
No.
We're seeing the bottom, not the top. There we go.
Oh, I don't see my
Angela,
camera. Is that okay?
Yeah, hold it there.
Yes.
Yeah. Beautiful mix.
Angela, sorry.
Yes.
Is the manganese blue? Is it? What is it? A U?
Yes, a hue. Yes.
It's a U, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
manganese blue hue. And
So
I
I
love
don't
the
think-
mix with the quinacridone violet. Yes.
You can't get genuine manganese blue anymore, can you? Unfortunately, that were a beautiful color.
No,
Yes.
no.
Yeah, you can't get it anymore.
Manganese is forbidden now.
Yeah. So
Thank you,
these are the
Angela.
colors. Thank you.
Now we have Gabrielle. Gabrielle,
Oh my God.
what colors, which colors are involved for this mix?
Yeah, this one's getting pretty tasty. So this is the German greenish umber. Right here. And of course, goethite for my base. So I put down the goethite first, and then we put in the German greenish raw umber here, and then some splattering, and it just wants some water. It just gets so beautiful as I just splatter some more water on it.
Looks
And
like a little.
Italy.
Gabrielle,
then we got this little lovely beauty here. This is goethite with the cerulean blue. So I showed you earlier the goethite with manganese blue, and look how much difference that is.
That's amazing.
Isn't that lovely? So yeah, goethite is, I'd much rather say goethite instead of brown ochre.
Gabrielle,
That's me. What's up?
that German
Oh.
green,
Yes, Ian.
the German green on the
Yes.
pigment number, does it indicate that it's a black?
EBR7, and that's what we've been talking about today.
Yeah,
That's why I grabbed it.
right.
It's a natural amber
Got it.
with a green undertone.
Good question.
I was just thinking, is it similar to Peroline green, which is a black, isn't it? I wonder how close it is to that.
No, Peroline green is a pigment black, but it's a very strong green. This
Yeah.
is a brown green, so
Right.
they are not so close.
Transparent.
Right.
This is
Now we got
Stacy.
lunar black
I'm-
here with the raw sienna, and it's looking nice and greenish there.
You have single-handedly convinced me that I need goethite.
All right.
Okay, I think
I've been watching here for years, and I'm Frosty Girl on Wednesdays at your own watercolor.
Oh, hi, Frosty Girl.
Hi.
Yeah.
Stacy.
Thanks for stopping by over here too.
Oh yeah.
Frosty
this is
Girl was
Philadelphia.
referring to my live Wednesdays on YouTube.
So at this
I'm a fan.
time, let's just check some of Caroline's artworks using the color family today. Caroline, I'm gonna do a share screen now. Hey,
Okay,
here we go.
I need to get the volume going.
Mhm.
Can you hear me?
I do.
Yes.
You can hear me, fantastic.
Wow.
So I'm traveling, so it was a bit hard to sort of be prepared in my studio. So I thought I'd share some artworks that I've done over the last few years, where I definitely need those natural umbers, those natural siennas. I like the earthiness, but the vibrancy that they offer. In a picture like this, where you're building up a story of layers, the earthiness is so important to sort of capture the natural environment. but yet you can see I do a really contemporary vision of capturing the detail on a pond and the dynamic changes from the siennas and the quin siennas that I've used in this picture against the brighter greens, give that sort of real fun variation. What else have we got there, Ethel, that you've saved for me?
Sure. Here. This is beautiful.
Ah, this is an interesting piece. This sold at my last exhibition to a gentleman who immediately recognised the location. As you travel across the stony desert in Australia towards Adelaide from Victoria, you come across these giant salt pans and this incredible, interesting colour variation of pinks and earthy colours, and without all of those wonderful natural colours in the browns and the ochres and the siennas, I wouldn't be able to achieve the earthiness, but yet the prettiness comes from some of the quins that are mixed in with those browns. So quite an interesting piece, this one.
Beautiful.
And well, one of the most famous Australian artists has inspired my picture here. His name is Albert Namatjira, and he captured the colours of the Australian outback in such beautiful visions, and I was learning from him as I explored the colours that he used within his paintings. So you can't paint a landscape without all of those beautiful tones. What else have we got? Okay, John Singer Sargent, inspired artwork. I think as an artist, you try to look at different ways that artists use their palettes, their colour combinations, and my exploration of John Singer Sargent's works were all about understanding how I can transfer his turn of the century, early 1900s, late 1800s paintings into what is currently the Daniel Smith palette. And so that was a really fun exploration to find the colours of his work. I think I forwarded a picture that is actually the palette of colours that I came up with that I felt ticked the box of John Singer Sargent's colours. So that might be helpful if Ethel might share that on the, I suppose, the permanent Facebook feed, and other people can have an exploration of those same colours that I tried to match as such in the current Daniel Smith range.
Well, we'll consider that, Caroline.
Sure.
Yeah, that's like we have 4 of your artworks.
Okay, fantastic.
I know that Letty and Gio already showed this earlier, but we'll also post this on our socials. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you,
Fantastic.
Caroline.
That's okay. Thank you.
And now we go back to Gio's camera. Here we go.
Yeah, I created another mix with Terra Ercolano and Bandic Brown with Verditer Blue for beautiful gray and beautiful line of dark green. And this is yellow ochre with Queen Violet and Albaro Caliente with Queen Violet inside. And this is all the earth color range connecting one from the first. This is from Rose Sienna to Albaro Caliente. Connecting. Very beautiful range, like the wood. many infinite possibilities with air color. And the water. And now I show the last mix. I have a time, okay. Another sheet. No. With another with different paper. With different paper is handmade paper, very rough. Okay. It's wet. And show the difference.
Giovanni,
Yeah.
what poundage is that?
This paper?
Yeah, the weight. Yes. 600.
100 grams. 100 grams.
Sì, 300 grammi.
300 grams. Yeah.
Right.
300.
Right.
40.
Okay.
It's rough then, yeah.
This is different. This is 640 grams.
Mm.
The same.
This is
No,
raw
not
sienna.
600. Maybe 400. From 3 to 400 grams. But it's handmade, so.
Oh, is it,
Not
so you don't really know properly, right?
Umber sienna. Cascade green. And Baltic brown. Apply Pompeii red. Yellow ochre. And Monte Amiata. Another lion of the is and it's spray bottle.
Play.
And play works. Okay. For create a beautiful air texture.
Looks very much like a rusty piece of metal.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Metallo origine.
It's very infinity possibilities with air color.
Guarda che sembra un pezzo di ruggine.
Thanks, Gio.
You're welcome.
And what about these new mix here, Gabrielle? Gabrielle, we can
I
hear.
always talk about greens, and I don't know, I'm a little different, and that's what makes us unique as artists. One of my favorite greens, Permatech, is Green Appetite Genuine. And so I grabbed raw sienna light. And here we got some nice base of raw sienna light. And then we've got some wonderful green appetites on top. And that just gives me an appetite to paint. Look at that. Isn't that amazing?
Stunning, yeah.
Very punchy, that yellow.
Yes, it is. I'm just trying to think of what I want to paint next with these two colors. That's what I'm thinking. Thanks for asking.
Thank you for sharing. And then, of course, we have Angela. She's slowly filled in, like, the blank sheet there is now almost 80% swatched with different mixes. Angela?
Yes.
There.
Here I've done different mixes, the ones that I've explained before, and especially I've started mixing Alvaro's Caliente Gray with different colors. Some of the that one is let me see. But that one is not mixed with the Caliente Gray. I've mixed the Caliente Gray with the Cascade Green, with Burnt Amber, I think, and here with Alizarin Crimson. So it's a Caliente Gray is a color that you can warm up or cool down, and it will mix perfectly with many different colors. Here, it's one that I had in my palette. It's probably, no, it's not Monte Amiata, but I think it's raw sienna. Yes, this is raw sienna. So with the Caliente Gray, it makes a beautiful mix. So that I was experimenting with these. So I like to experiment. And here I did a beautiful color that is a new blue, I think. It's the King's Royal Blue. So yeah, and this is hematite. So these are my colors.
Thank you, Angela.
Thank you.
So for those who join us today, thank you for coming every Thursday live. We didn't notice time. It's like just 2 minutes before before 3. Thank you, as usual, to Gio and Letty for exploring mixes that most of us, I don't know with the rest of our friends here, but artists, with just our lead artists here, just continue to amaze us with new mixes. I know John would always want us to encourage all our guests here to make a request if you have any colors in mind that you'd like us to explore. Thank you, Gabrielle, also. Angela,
You're welcome.
Anna Marie for helping us field questions. Jen behind the scene. I know Mark is here. Mark is still there.
There he is.
Michael Besnick. I do see
Just turn on his
artists.
camera.
I do see artists who we see share most of their works, like Swatching or any output, like Stacy, and I remember names. I would encourage you to share your artworks with us, maybe in the next live. And so tomorrow, Friday live, we will have Rajat. I'm better not say his last name, may mispronounce it, from India. And he's known to be, well, he uses any of our watercolor form, tube, sticks, and half pans. But so far, he's one of the first few artists who can hold watercolor sticks, the most number of watercolor sticks in one hand. So it'll be fun to have him again tomorrow. Okay, so tomorrow will be 10:30 a.m. Do join us again. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.